Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I'm Becca and we are spending another week together. I'm really excited about this. I feel like I have so many things that I want to say and I've been saving it up for this video. We need to get ready. I don't have my tripod on me right now, so the camera's extremely low, but these are my jammies. My summer jammies. I brought out all my summer clothes and it has sort of sent me into a spiral a little bit because things are just different this summer. Okay, last summer I was pregnant, but this summer my body is just different because I had a baby and just dimensions are different. You know what I mean? I don't want to be too dramatic about it, but I just feel kind of weird in my body. And especially when I'm putting on clothes that used to fit me so differently, it just makes me feel very weird. So I am going to be prioritizing this summer sewing some new things because I have tried to go shopping and honestly, it just is very disappointing. Like, it's so hard to find things that I really like because I'm used to making my own clothes. So this is where I have just the biggest dilemma. I don't have a lot of pieces that like go together very well. So I got these shorts from H&M when I was a couple weeks postpartum just because I just needed something for summer that would be stretchier and they're still fitting me. I would normally pair with this since they're like a little bit more loose, like a tighter top. I don't have a lot of tight tops because before I didn't really wear very tight tops. I did have a few, but not that many. I would usually go for more of like a balloony, flouncy top. And you can't wear balloony with balloony. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I think that this, it looks like I don't have a shape. It looks like I'm like hiding and I don't want to hide my body, but I just am having a really hard time like with my current clothes figuring out a way to make it work. And like the longer I look at this, I do think it's like kind of cute, but it's not, I don't know. This is not me living up to my potential. You know what I mean? This is just like an outfit. But as I like go through my closet, I just don't have items that I feel super drawn to that like I want to wear. Like I have this shirt, which I made and I really love this. And I would like to make it again, but just like a little bit of a longer version and possibly with the bigger cup size because that is probably the thing that has changed the most. Like, not to be TMI, but I have always been very flat chested and I'm just not anymore. So it's just strange to me to like now dress my body in that. I don't know. I just never had to worry about like this part of my body. And now I'm like so much more aware of it. Not that I'm like, I was gonna say not that I'm fretting that much. I totally am fretting a lot about it all the time because it's just so strange to me. This is a top that I really love that I think would actually go well with these shorts because it does like taper in, but then the bra situation. But I did recently buy a strapless bra, so I'm gonna put this on. Hold on. See, this silhouette is much better in my opinion. I feel more confident in this, but I have a pattern, a sewing pattern that is basically this top and you can make it into a dress or a shirt. And I think that I am going to utilize that to make more things like this because this is really cute for summer. I feel confident in this and I think that's just what matters the most is that I feel confident in this new body, this new change. As I was getting ready this morning thus far, I have been working on getting a video ready to submit. So I just need to finish that up really quick and then I'm going to go downstairs and do my morning pump, and then I have an eye appointment, which I never skip my eye appointments. I do it every year. I obviously have been wearing glasses for a long time since I was like in 3rd grade, and I've gone every single year since then, which is a habit I'm really glad that I kept up with because once I moved out of my parents' house, I stopped going to the dentist for like 5 years, which was a huge regret. I definitely paid for that. But yeah, it's just super important to get your eyes checked, especially when you have fluctuating prescriptions like me. It sometimes will not change, but you know, a lot of the time it does change ever so slightly. So I just like to keep up to date with it. I'm actually just walking out real quick to make sure that I got all of my soil and mulch. Yeah, it got dropped off this morning. It was only $35 to get it delivered from Home Depot, which is a lot less than Lowe's. And it was actually just a guy. So I guess they have hired like a third-party delivery thing now, but it is gardening season, you guys. The spring has sprung, okay? My yard is gorgeous, and I do think that this is going to be the year that my hydrangeas bloom. They look so much better this year than they did last year when they came up, and I am pretty sure that they're the type of hydrangea that bloom on new wood. So last year I trimmed them and they did not bloom, and I was so upset. So I'm thinking maybe that they are the kind that blooms on old wood. So I didn't do anything this year. I did not cut them. We'll see. It's just an experiment, really. And in the last video, I realized I didn't show you the end result of my planting, and somebody commented about it and I felt really bad, so I'm gonna show you. Here's my miniature shade garden. A question that I got was, what about when the plants actually grow out and like spacing? So I am really bad about remembering to space out my plants. I either space them out way too much or not enough. Probably did not space them out enough, but I am going for like a super full look over here. It could potentially look bad by the end of the season, which is fine, and I can just like spread them out a little bit more and move things. And then the other two, the English daisies, one here and one here, and this is what they look like in the greater flower beds. They're definitely smaller than the rest of the plants. Some of these plants have been in here for a really long time. These are like little shade hydrangeas, which have honestly never looked good. So I love hydrangeas and I keep trying, but I haven't had a ton of luck with them, unfortunately. Thankfully, they did not, like, none of my hostas got eaten by the deer in my absence because I sprayed them with that stuff, and it's been raining for like days on end. I have like a swamp in my front yard and I need to spray them again because you're supposed to respray after rain. So yeah, hopefully nothing will happen to my hostas this year like last year. Okay, I've got to start getting my stuff together so that I can go to the eye doctor. I will see you guys later. I just left the eye doctor and I'm wearing contact lenses, and I forgot how bright the world feels when you wear contacts. I'm wearing my husband's dorky sunglasses. But we just have to rip the band-aid off. I know that I'm going to look weird without my glasses on, but I am committed to being a contacts girly again, at least 3/4 of the time. I have been wanting to make the switch back to contacts for a very long time. I love wearing glasses. Trust me, I love them. They're such a fun accessory, but convenience-wise, especially in the summer, I find it really not great. So, and especially now with Nora being so grabby, she did not like start grabbing my glasses until like the last couple of months, and it has been so annoying because she's literally grabbing the thing that I need to see, and it's gonna be so hard to like see myself without glasses because you know how your eyes just look so weird. I feel like my eyes look so far apart. I look so weird. Anyway, I just need to get over it. But yeah, it's time to go grocery shopping. I really don't want to. Like, morale is at an all-time low right now, and I'm being self-aware and knowing that it is because I am starving. Like, it is lunchtime. I was hungry like an hour and a half ago. So I'm going to get myself some Jimmy John's because I love Jimmy John's. And then we're gonna go grocery shopping and everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be happy to be grocery shopping once I have eaten. So I just did all my mulching in the front yard. I might be doing more like in the old shade garden. I need to put in a lot of topsoil in that area because it does not drain very well. It's basically like a little swamp. I wanted to show you where I had my old cluster of pots, what I've done instead, and you've seen this as I was mulching, but I repurposed these stepping stones from the old shade garden to here because when you walk up to my house, there's really not a place to walk up to the front door besides the driveway. And usually people park behind us, so they'll like start over there. So that's why I did this. I don't know if people will use it, but it's nice that it's there. I think it visually takes up a lot of space. This was just like an open spot that I didn't know what to do with. It's kind of hard to plant in the ground here because we have this big maple tree and I don't want to do anything to like negatively affect the tree because this is like my favorite tree on the property. But yeah, so I decided to just do this and sort of, instead of clustering the pots together, I have them kind of lined up like this, which I don't know if I super love, but I don't know. I feel like once it has plants in it, it'll be really cute. And yeah, I am going to plant the hanging basket that I bought last week. I did not get to plant it before I left. So I'm currently editing a video and it's a collaboration between myself and Maria from the Growing Joy podcast. And basically we had our plant friends write in stories of the nicest thing a plant person has ever done for them. And I thought that it'd be really cute to do an element where the note that they wrote is on like a little piece of paper that like maybe would have gotten sent in the mail or something like that, instead of being sent, you know, through the internet. So I found this graphic on Canva. I put some like tape on it, and I do have a font that I created that is my handwriting. I am gonna try with that first to see what it would look like. I have a feeling that it's not going to look as organic as I want it to though, because it is a font, so it's been created to be more or less the perfect version of my handwriting, and handwriting is never perfect. So this is what it looks like with the handwriting font. I feel like this is ultimately going to be the better choice because it's more uniform, but we'll see. Well, not to be a total bummer, but my little pen is dead, so I'm charging it right now. So I'm actually gonna have to come back to this later, which is fine because I've been sitting here for like an hour and I feel like I need a change of scenery. So the plant room really needs to be vacuumed. And I think I'm going to film a plant chores video today just so that I can have a video for Thursday, because I think I only have a video for today, which is Tuesday. I really like to plan my content out so that I'm like a week ahead, and I was really good for like a couple months, and then I got a little bit behind when we were doing our traveling in April with visiting my family, and then the Bahamas, which I don't think that I've talked about the Bahamas. I just want to quickly recap the trip because it felt like one of the most uneventful trips I've taken, like probably ever. Usually Daniel and I, we're big travelers. We love getting out and seeing new countries and doing all sorts of things, but obviously that changes when you have kids, and it doesn't have to change in a big way. Like that was one of the things that kind of held me back from having kids sooner, because I just felt like I still had so much life to live. I mean, I took a trip to Europe in 2017 and it is like half of my personality. I still talk about it all the time, but I feel like getting out and traveling is a really big part of mine and Daniel's, not personalities, but we just really like it. So we weren't sure how we would work it in still with having a baby, and I've learned that it's definitely possible, but I feel like in this time of my life, I'm just still so exhausted and tired that we just can't travel like we used to. Like when we were at the hotel, I just kept thinking, I now understand why people stay at all-inclusive hotels, because we didn't do that. We stayed at a hotel and it was just a normal hotel. It was really beautiful and very nice, but it wasn't like an all-inclusive. It was a situation where like if you wanted to do something, you had to like go off-site to do it. They did have some beaches like right nearby, which was helpful, just to like go out there for the afternoon sometimes. But basically, yeah, I don't know. I feel like my review of the trip is not gonna be super exciting because we were just so tired the whole time. Nora still doesn't, I mean, most babies still don't sleep through the night. If your baby does or did, I'm so happy for you. Genuinely, I am really happy for people who have kids that sleep, but Nora just is not a good sleeper. And that's fine. Eventually she will be and we will sleep again. But I feel like until she's really sleeping well, I don't really plan on doing a trip like that with her again. And I mean, actually even without her, I don't know if I could, because the whole time I just wanted to sleep. Because you're tired from traveling and then you're tired from like having a young child. So, okay, I don't want to be complaining the whole time I'm talking about the trip, because it really was nice. It was beautiful. It was great to like get into a different culture and be like on the beach and all of those things. People in the Bahamas were so nice. We went to Nassau and people were so kind and helpful. We took the bus into town one of the days and the people on the bus were so nice, and we had our stroller, and you know, it's just like you have more things when you're traveling with a baby. So it was great though. Like they were very helpful, even when like we didn't ask them for help, but they would sometimes help us like take the stroller off or on the bus or something like that, just because they could see that we have our hands full. And that was just really nice, because my perception of how people treat tourists, like when you're a local, is usually they're kind of annoyed by you and they're like, oh, like these tourists here are taking up our spots on the bus, and you know, things like that. It really was not like that in the Bahamas. And also when I went to Jamaica, it was not like that either. People were very kind. So it was definitely a nice change from traveling to some countries in Europe where you kind of feel like an inconvenience, which is fine because I can understand that it might be kind of annoying to have tourists in your country all the time. Anyway, all in all, I would give the trip like a 7 out of 10. The traveling was pretty good. Like she did good on the plane. We learned a lot of hacks about keeping her entertained in those situations. And basically the takeaway from it is toys, there's no point in bringing them, especially when they're so young. Like Nora, she's 10 months. I can imagine when she's like 1.5, 2, to bring like activities for her to do where she can like focus, but she's just not at that age, and like her attention is like rocketing from one spot to the next. So like bringing the toys honestly felt like a waste of space, because she was interested in them for like literally 5 seconds and then wasn't interested the rest of the trip because she had already seen it. Would I do it again? Yes, but I would go to an all-inclusive so that everything would be there. It would be easier to like go and do things where one of us could stay back and then the other one can like go snorkel right off the beach and stuff like that. A spa like in the facility. Nora took it like a champ. She did really well napping kind of anywhere we were, in the stroller and stuff like that. We almost didn't bring a travel stroller, and I would 100% recommend you bring a travel stroller, because if we didn't bring that thing, I'm sure we would have figured it out, but it would have been a lot harder for her to nap on the go. We probably would have had to do a carrier nap or go back to the room every time she needed a nap, which is twice a day, so it's kind of often. But anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I guess I can do my plant chores video because I was just talking about that. I need to water like all of my plants, so I think I'm just gonna take them outside and water them. Okay, so I've done the thing where I book a hair appointment day of, which is my favorite thing to do. So I need to figure out if I have long enough hair to donate right now, because if I don't, then I'm gonna wait to like do a full chop until maybe later in the summer. But I have just been noticing I have been putting my hair up a lot, like a lot, because it's just getting in the way. It's so annoying. I have quite a bit of hair even after I lost a lot of hair through postpartum and stuff, and I can tell that there's regrowth happening, but I feel like the regrowth spots are typically like in this area, and that area is pretty much covered by my bangs. So I do notice a little bit of thinning. But honestly, I've always had a lot of hair, and I got really lucky in that, like in the genetics side of things. So I still have just felt like my hair is a huge burden, and it's so annoying. And like as I was booking this appointment, I was getting scared. Like I was ready to do full send, cut it like to here. And then I was like, wait, but my hair. So I don't want to get into the mode again where I'm using my hair as like a safety blanket. And while I was sitting there thinking about if I wanted to cut it or not, I was thinking about how like maybe I feel insecure about like the shape of my face or something like that, and like my hair can cover it. But no, no, we're not doing that. We are not living in that. It's so hard to get out of these patterns of like negative self-talk and like confidence and stuff like that. And I'm sorry that I'm talking about it so much in this video. I really try not to talk about bodies and stuff like that very often, like in my regular life, just because I genuinely feel like it's the least important thing about us. But at this stage in my life right now, it's just so prevalent on my mind, and I don't really want it to be, but it just is. So anyway, I hope that you guys understand that. But I'm going to section my hair how it would be sectioned if I donated it. Okay, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of extra because I want to leave for like styling. When you actually cut your hair for donation for like wigs for kids, for example, you would put your hair in one elastic and then you would do like a bunch. Wigs for Kids doesn't necessarily ask you to braid it, but they want you to put a rubber band throughout, several rubber bands throughout your piece of hair so that it isn't gonna come apart and stuff during shipping. I didn't bring up a measuring tape, so I'll be right back. What would this be? I mean, that's 13, so like we're almost there. And my hair's pretty healthy all the way to the ends, but there's layers in this front section, which makes it a little bit more difficult. I'm kind of in a fragile place. And I don't know if a big change to my appearance is like very smart, but I have been wanting to do this for a long time. Like basically since I had my baby, I've been wanting to cut my hair, but I was being mindful that I am in a fragile state and I shouldn't make a big change to my appearance in this state of mind. But as far as the cut inspo that I was looking at, I will show you the picture. Something like this, just kind of like a shaggy, short cut. And this is pretty similar to what I did the first time, and I really liked the haircut. My other haircut inspo, which feels like so much riskier, is this one. This is the shortest my hair would be like ever in my life probably. And I don't know, like I just feel like it can so easily go Karen. Sorry if your name is Karen, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, like the short, like little V cut. Like I don't want to have like my neck shaved, but like this very short cut is so cute. And I know that like got the bone structure to support it, but it still makes me nervous. I feel like this is a great length. Like it's just above the shoulders and it has the bangs still. So I think I'm gonna screenshot this one too and be like, okay, if we cut it, these are the vibes. You tell me what you think would look better. All right, we will see what I end up doing. All right, guys, are we ready to see this hair transformation? It's a big one. Here we go. Woo! I have never had hair this short before. I was always very curious about cutting my hair like this, but nervous and like, I don't know, I don't know. It just felt scary because it's very short, but I absolutely love it. We're gonna keep talking about this haircut, but I have to make my lunch. I'm so hungry. It is beyond prime time for lunch. I'm making myself a little deli sandwich. I've got my cheese, I've got my meat, I've got my avocado and mayo. I don't have any lettuce or tomatoes. I don't know why I didn't get that at the grocery store, so we're going a little bare bones here, but that's okay. This is sourdough bread, just like in a loaf that I got at the grocery store. The haircut, it went pretty well. There was, however, a moment where I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought I look like a drowned rat. And I did myself a favor by like putting on makeup before I went, because honestly, if I didn't have the makeup, I don't know what I would have done. But I came prepared with my hair in the bands because I read online for wigs for kids that there's very specific ways that you're supposed to prepare the hair for donation. And I didn't do that last time. So this time I was very well prepared. I had my hair sectioned, as you saw in the little ties. Here it is. I'm gonna try not to get this in my food, but there is my hair in all of its glory. It's like a weird out of body experience seeing it, just holding it. It's just so weird. I don't know, it makes me feel kind of strange. I imagine like if I was holding my own leg, it would also just, I don't know, makes me feel weird. As soon as I got in there, We chopped it, and I didn't feel really anything, which I was kind of expecting to be a little bit sad at the initial chop, but I think since I've done it before, it didn't bother me. The first time I chopped my hair, I did cry, and it was just like an immediate emotional response, and then I stopped like pretty quickly. I wasn't like sitting there bawling, but just a quick emotional response to something that I was very attached to and this big change. But anyway, I did discuss with the hairdresser that I could very easily start looking like Lord Farquaad or Edna Mode, and I feel like right now I might be giving Lord Farquaad. I just need to get that out of my head because it is really cute, but it is a blunt bob, so Lord Farquaad happens to have a blunt bob, so you know there's not much we can do about that. The first time I cut my hair, I was really feeling like I would never have long hair again, which is so silly because obviously it grew and it was fine. But yeah, I did the thing. And here's something that's fun. I didn't tell Daniel that I was doing this, so he's gonna come home, so like a completely different person. I need to finish filming my plant video because there's actually a brand deal in it and I need to submit that today. So I just need to do some more watering, maybe a few other random things. I'm just gonna kind of look around and see what needs to be done in the plant collection and film it. And then I need to film the ad. It's for Body Restore, and this video is probably already out, so you can go check it out if you want. But it is a company that makes, it's basically like a bath bomb but for the shower. So you know, it's a little tablet that you put on the shower floor, and you could put like one or two. It's just a really nice way to still get like, you know, the feeling of a bath bomb where you can like smell it and it's like all encompassing and it's just like so nice. It's that vibe, but not having to take a bath. I took a lot of baths last summer because I was heavily pregnant, but this year, I don't know, I'm not really feeling in a bath mood. So this is gonna be a nice way to still feel relaxed and all of that. And also I have so much congestion. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm obviously not coughing on camera, like I'm editing out where I'm coughing, but I'm coughing a lot and it's just so deep congestion, such deep congestion. My allergies have manifested in such a strange way this year. And anyway, it also helps. There's like a eucalyptus and mint one. I think it's eucalyptus and mint. Definitely eucalyptus. And it just is so nice to like inhale it deeply and breathe in all of the wonderful scents. So, all right, sandwich time. Good evening. I am now cooking dinner. Nora has actually gone to bed. She went to bed really well because she's teething and just not feeling very well. I feel horrible for her. I wish there was something that I could do, but it's just one of those things you have to get through as a baby, as a person. I'm gonna stick you in my microwave. That seems to be the best place right now. When I was grocery shopping, I saw these bags. This is chicken, and there was also a pre-seasoned vegetable thing. This meal in total will have cost $12.50. $12.50. That is $6 per person, and it's pre-seasoned fresh. So apparently you can cook it in this bag. This is like a parchment paper bag. So packaged with the freshest ingredients by your local grocer and ready to cook in your oven or microwave. That's crazy. I feel like I'm gonna do the oven because I don't know about cooking meat like this in the microwave. I'm sure you can do it. Obviously it's on the packaging, but I don't know. But apparently do you leave it in the bag? Cooks right in this bag. I don't know if I trust that, but we're gonna do it. We will see. Okay, I just wanted to quickly show you. This is what it looks like. I just checked the temperature on one of the breasts, the chicken breasts. The temperature we're going for is 185. Are we there? Just barely not there. I'm gonna give it another couple of minutes, but honestly, this looks really tasty. Well, this morning has already been an interesting one. Last night, I had a really tough time breathing when I got into bed, and I've just noticed that like every night, my lungs feel so tight. And as I've mentioned, I have this cough that is just not going away. I've had it for like a month. And so I finally decided to go to the doctor. I went to urgent care. Ew, gross. I think that was a fruit fly. Anyway, I went to urgent care this morning. I did the nebulizer twice and they did a chest x-ray. Bronchitis is what they said. And I didn't realize that you could have bronchitis without feeling sick as well. And I feel totally fine besides the fact that my lungs feel just absolutely full and tight. So anyway, that's what's going on. I was prescribed some antibiotics and an inhaler, which I'm really happy about because I seriously have felt like so many times in the last couple of weeks that I really needed an inhaler. So I'm glad that I'm gonna be able to have that. But yeah, that's been this morning. And I went to the grocery store where they where I filled the prescription and I picked up a couple of things. I grabbed some lettuce for my sandwiches and this naked juice, which I love these so much. I actually usually buy the bigger ones and just drink straight out of the big ones in my fridge. I also got some Mucinex cough suppressant. Also, these little rolls are so good. If you've never gotten these before, it's such a treat. I love them so much. I love prosciutto, like in a big way. It's so good. But yeah, I have to wait like 20 minutes for my prescription to be filled. So I was thinking about just having a little car picnic, and there's a really cute baby boutique like right next to this grocery store, and I absolutely do not need to go in there, but I have been starting to think about Nora's first birthday presents. Of course, she's not gonna like remember any of this, so it doesn't actually matter, but I think I really want to get her a nugget couch. She's at the age now where she like is always wanting to climb things. I kind of thought the nugget couch would be more for like her second birthday, but I'm thinking a first birthday is gonna be perfect, and we can put it in her room. I'm actually planning a little bit of a room refresh for her, which is so funny because she's already getting a room refresh after the room makeover, and I haven't even done our room yet in the 4 years that we've lived here. I'll get to it. I know I will, because it's the last room in the house. Wait, no, besides the downstairs bathroom. The downstairs bathroom and my bedroom are the last 2 rooms in the house with the old paint from the previous owner. And all their paint selections were just, I hated all of them. So hopefully in the next couple of months I can get all of that done. But anyway, I'm planning a refresh for Nora's room because it's going to need to become a toddler room, because she is going to be a toddler in like a couple months, which is just literally the craziest mind F to think that my little baby is going to be a toddler. Oh my God. Anyway, so I'm looking at like a little book hammock thing, and then a cube shelf, like the Calyx from IKEA, to do a little toy thing, because she has a lot of toys and I want them to be organized, and I want to set up like a toy rotation, and I feel like those cube shelves are a really easy way to do so. So anyway, just a couple of thoughts while I wait for my prescription and not go into the baby store, because I don't need to go in there. Hello guys. Today has been already a very full day and I haven't really been filming, but I spent the morning doing a little bit of garden work. After I was finished like weed whacking, I actually did my garden cleanup yesterday afternoon and all my batteries were dead, so it just was like, I'm gonna call it, I'm just gonna do this without filming. Trying to take it easy because I am still very wheezy, but I have been taking the Mucinex and the antibiotics. And even just after a day, I feel like when I cough, it's much more productive. Like, not to be gross, but it was like really tight. Like every time I'd cough, like nothing would come up, but I could feel how tight it was. Anyway, that and this inhaler are really doing a lot for me. So anyway, I just pumped in my morning pump. And okay, this might be gross to some people. So like if this is gonna gross you out, please skip forward. I'm only gonna talk about it for a second, but I feel like this is really important to see like a normal milk supply, because when I first started pumping, I Well, first of all, my baby was like exclusively breastfed at the breast until like around 6 months. That's when we took her into daycare. So from then I knew that I still wanted to breastfeed her, but obviously I had to pump. So I had only seen pumping content from people who would make like 9 ounces from each breast at a time, and like they could feed their entire baby off of one feed from the day, one pump from the day. That's not the case for most people. So this is my morning pump. I got, I want to say like probably a little bit more than 4 ounces. And my baby drinks 4 ounces for every bottle she takes. She takes 3 bottles at daycare, sometimes only 2, just depends. And so I'm able to pump throughout the day 3 4-ounce bottles, and sometimes it's a little bit less than that, and I need to pump, like do an extra pump like after she goes to bed. But I haven't had to do that in a little while because usually it'll all even out, but it really just depends on like my hydration levels, like how much water I've been drinking, how many calories I ate that day, what the next day's milk supply will look like. But anyway, this is normal, 4 ounces. I'm feeding my baby. This is 1 bottle. And I just feel like that's an important thing to share because, like I said, a lot of content we see is from oversuppliers, which I'm really happy for you if you're an oversupplier and you're happy to be an oversupplier. But I am a perfect amounter, and a lot of people are as well. And I was also really nervous about transitioning to pumping, like half pumping, half like still feeding at the breast, and it's actually been totally fine. I don't pump when I'm with her, I just pump when she's away, and it has worked out really nicely for us. I'm super lucky that my supply has been pretty good throughout this entire year. I am planning on weaning at 12 months, but like softly weaning. I mean, I don't really mind like breastfeeding when I'm with her, but I really don't want to be pumping anymore after 12 months when she can drink whole milk at daycare and just food in general. She's already eating quite a lot of food. She's a pretty good eater. And for storage, well, typically I would put those in her bottles for tomorrow. So we have like 2 sets of 3 bottles where we would put, ooh, I need to order more of these. I would put the milk that I pump today in bottles to take tomorrow. So I'm pumping for the next day when I'm pumping. And on Thursdays, I actually bag it and freeze it because she doesn't go to daycare on Fridays, because Fridays are mommy and baby day. I've been very adamant about keeping a day where I can just be mom. I obviously don't film like every moment that I'm working, but a lot of my work in the summertime is just maintaining the property and like filming that, which is a really cool job. I really love that's basically my job now. But a lot of it is also, you know, editing, post-production, pre-production planning, all of that kind of stuff, which takes up a lot of space and time. And it's hard to do those things with her. So anyway, that's why we put her in daycare. But Fridays have always been our day. We go to a mommy group on Friday mornings, and it's just been like the highlight of my week for months. I love it so much. And I love seeing all the babies like growing and changing, and watching my daughter interact with all of these people is really sweet as well. And just having a day that's dedicated to us was really special and important to me. So I'm really lucky that I was able to keep doing that. I really like these motif bags, and my insurance actually covers getting more, so I need to figure out all of that. I get emails all the time. Whoop, my contact just moved. I get emails all the time about how I can order more through my insurance. So when I actually ordered my pump, which the pump that I got a hands-free pump. Let me show you the one I got. It's the Motif Aura, and I don't really recommend it. It has never, I mean, I haven't used it recently, and I think that I need to get different size flanges, but anyway, I haven't used it recently. I have really just been using my wall pump, which I have the Medela pump and style, and I really like it. But anyway, these, when I used to pump with them before my supply regulated, it really wouldn't give me that much, but the pump and style always gave me a pretty good amount. Maybe I'll try those one of these days and see what I think, but there's so many different hands-free pumps out there. But anyway, I really do like the Motif bags. They're really nice. And the reason that I freeze it is because breast milk is good in the fridge for 4 days. But I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, Monday would be the 5th day. So it's just like, it's just short of being good. So I just freeze it on Thursdays. Boob talk is done. Now I'm going to actually go finish what I was doing in the garden, because I've had such bad allergies. Oh my gosh, there's another little squirrel sleeping in the tree. I love having this tree right here in my kitchen because I can just watch squirrels like lounge in the tree. It's so cute. Anyway, I this morning went out since Daniel took Nora to daycare pretty early, so I was up from getting her ready and all of that. So I just went out to the garden and started filling up the boxes with soil, because every year the soil sinks like at least half a foot, which is super normal. It's the soil just like aging and compacting. So I always buy a bunch of soil. That's all the soil that you saw earlier in this video that was in my driveway. So I'm using my lawnmower to take it up to the garden. So let's go do that. And then I'm gonna come inside and I'm gonna take a hot shower because my allergies are insane. Like my eye allergies now. I'm like, my eyes are watering, my nose is running, and I'm coughing. Oh my gosh. I just need to rest and like sit on my couch and edit the podcast today because I am sick of being outside. And I need to do things like the laundry and cleaning. I don't know if you can tell, my kitchen is like a disaster right now. Whenever I have a busy week, it feels like everything in my house just gets thrown to the wayside. And it's hard to keep up with everything. Like honestly, it is hard to keep up with all of the things, the never-ending to-do list. We are mothers, we are strong. Okay, I fulfilled my goal of, hold on. I have fulfilled my goal of using all the soil that was down by my driveway. Now, I do need to buy more, which is, it just happens every year. And I'm shocked by it every year. I feel like I'm just always creating new plant spaces and not adding on more soil to my equation. Anyway, I have one large box that still needs soil, that one right there, but the rest of them are good. Oh, and I have a corner box that needs soil, which I think I decided this year I'm going to plant flowers in all of the corner boxes because these planter boxes are huge, and so I can just put my squash in them. But I did originally make the square boxes around the edges for squash and stuff like that, but it just doesn't get enough sun in some of the corners. So anyway, I have to go back inside. Oh my gosh. I just took a shower to get all of the possible pollen off of my skin, hair, face, all of the things. And this is also the first time that I have washed my new hair myself. And listen, last night I saw my hair, like I positioned it in a way to where you couldn't see my bangs, and it was really cute without bangs. Like honestly, I might grow my bangs out because it's not that far to grow them out. I think that they will be grown out into like a nice curtain bang in like a couple months. Whereas before, when I have long hair, you're looking at 6 months to a year growing my hair, my bangs out. So I might actually do that because, I mean, this is cute. Yes, it looks a little flat right now because it's wet, but like this is even cuter, I think. I did a little side part moment and it was really cute. How can I like show this to you? Can you imagine it? Look how cute that is. I don't know. I think that it would be really sweet. I got some stuff yesterday, this air dry mousse, and this is a heat protectant. Blow dry mist. Okay, I'm not gonna use that today. I will use this air dry mousse though. It says to put a golf ball size amount through your hair. Continue to scrunch your hair as it dries. That much, I think. This is a product by Kristen S, by the way. I really like Kristen S products. I find them approachable, and you can get them at Target, so that feels even more approachable. But yeah, my hair is just like very, very straight. I'm not sure how this is gonna go styling it myself, but I did of course watch the stylist do it, so I have some hot tips and things that I know that I can do. I also am already in my pajamas. As you can see, I'm in my muumuu. After I take a shower, I don't want to put on real clothes again, you know what I mean? I just want to put on like something comfy and cozy, especially if I'm not leaving the house. I am actually going to be picking up a different contact lens because this is what I'm testing. It's the Precision 1 non-astigmatism 1-day contacts. And I have an astigmatism in this eye, and I think I have a slight one in this eye, but this eye is like for sure there. And there are contact lenses for astigmatisms, and contacts have always felt really uncomfortable in this eye, and I'm just now realizing it's probably because of the astigmatism. Like my eye shape doesn't exactly work for contacts that are not made for it. So it feels like I have something like stuck in my eye a lot, and I think it's just because the contact isn't coming in full contact with my eye. I'm gonna go pick up the other ones tomorrow to test those ones out. They're so much more expensive, but and I'm not blind, but having like bad eyesight is such an annoying thing because it's just expensive to take care of it. Like you have to go to the eye doctor, you have to buy glasses, you have to buy the contacts if you do contacts. Eye and dental insurance usually doesn't cover a ton. It really usually only covers like the exam and maybe like a basic pair of glasses. I have cleanser in my hand, so I'm gonna wash my face really quick and do a skincare routine. It is so cozy outside right now. Oh my gosh, it started raining while we were recording. I got my package, which I'm really excited. This is from Brooklinen. I ordered this the other day, and actually I ordered it and it happened to be their anniversary sale when everything was like 25% off or 20% off or something like that. I'm a really big fan of Brooklinen, and they've actually sponsored my channel twice, and I cannot tell you how excited I was both times it happened. It was like the best day of my life when I got that email. I was looking at my bath towels and I was just like, ew, these are gross. I've had them for like 4 years, and you can have towels for longer than that, but these ones were looking faded. They just did not hold up well. I have different towels that I've had for probably like 6 years that have held up so much better. They're from World Market. They're really, really cute, and I have them in my guest bathroom, but they're just kind of small, and that's why I bought the other towels. But I saw that Exo McKenna had some towels sent to her from Brooklinen, and just other people I've seen get towels from there. And I saw this super plush bath, what did they call this? Bath sheet. It's not a towel, it's a bath sheet. It's just like the extra large towels, and it is so soft. Look at this material. Oh my gosh. This is non-spawn. Although I wish it was for this channel. I wish they would sponsor this channel because I love them. But yeah, I got these and I'm really excited about it. These look super nice. I got 4 in the vanilla color. It's like a nice off-white. I like white towels, but I feel like it's a bit aggressive. And also there's a lot of white accents or something like that in my bathroom already. I have white shower curtain, white walls, and then obviously the floor mats are white, and I just felt like it was a lot of white, so I got this to like break it up. And then before I checked out, I just quickly perused the sale section, and I saw this bath towel, which is so cute. Look at the color. This is the super plush robe, 100% Turkish cotton. I love a robe moment, And I think especially I love like a towel robe, like, cause you can just wear this out of the shower while you're still a little bit wet. And that's what I was after. That's what I was really going for here. Luxury, a luxury experience. I think it was only like $30 as well. You guys, this is living. This right here, it fits perfect. I love this robe. The color, absolutely to die for. I was a little nervous about the sizing because I feel like in a robe I would typically want to size up, but I think this might be a size small. I remember being a little nervous about the sizing. Oh yeah, it is a small. I definitely would have, like, when I was ordering, I wanted to get a medium, but they didn't have any more mediums. They only had small. And I feel like this is still totally fine. It's not oversized at all, but it doesn't need to be. I think it's perfect. I'm gonna wear this the rest of the day. My house feels a little bit cold right now. But anyway, that's my little Brooklinen order. I love it. All right, friends, I think we're gonna cap the video at this because I do believe that we are nearing an hour. So thank you so much for watching and spending the week with me. It was a very full week. We did a lot together. So yeah, thanks for coming along. Make sure that you're subscribed if you're not already. And yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week. Bye.